Hello everybody, my name is Fortefyre and welcome to episode 5 of Fortefyre's Fireside Chats. Today we are playing college football's national championship. What a hell of a mouthful for a video game. They should have called it college football for people who play football in college and the associated national championships. I bet they could have fit it right on the logo. Speaking of football, I'm wearing a jersey that I had when I was like 13. I found it and I was like, this could be an interesting video implement, so I grabbed it, I put it on, and to my surprise, it still doesn't fit me. I don't know if I've maintained the same body size since I was 12 or 13, but hey, it works, right? So yeah, I'm from Louisiana, so LSU was like the go-to team, and they are totally in this game, so I figured, why not? Let's do it. Now, growing up, and you hear me say it often, the only sports games I really played were NCAA on the PS2, which I have 5 on the PS2 and 1 on PS3, but those are the modern consoles. When it comes to older games, sports games were more common than Blades of Grass. In fact, I have 70 some odd Genesis games. 25 of them are sports games. But that being said, I never played older sports games. The oldest one I played was my dad's Mattel handheld game, and obviously I just said all the NCAA ones I just used to play. So when I see older football games, I'm kind of intrigued because I'm like, hey, let's do it. The first one I played was 10 Yard Fight. Gameplay. Oh, man. 2 out of 10. And we all know how that ended. Let's get down to it. Let's go to 1994 when this game came out. So 1994 was very close to the end of the Genesis original lifespan. In 1991, the Sega CD came out, and in 1994, the 32X came out. If you're wondering what the hell a Sega CD is, it's a CD attachment that attaches to your Sega Genesis through the side. Right there. That implemented a whole new library of games you could play all on a CD-based medium, which was totally dominating the scene. Cartridges were on their way out, and CDs were definitely on their way in. And like I said, in 1994, the 32X came out. If you haven't seen that yet, it's a mushroom that you install on the top of the Sega Genesis, and it has its own little library that you can play with. One of the best Sonic games I ever played was a spin-off called Knuckles Chaotix, and it's on this system. But during that year, another very prominent game company came out by the name of Sega Sports. Now, Sega Sports was the sports division of Sega. They outsourced to a company called Blue Sky Innovations quite frequently. They put out tons of baseball games. They put out College Football National Championship and its sequel too, and created the Genesis version of Shadowrun, and created Vector Man 1 and 2, which is a cult classic on the Genesis. I really need to get Vector Man 1. I have Vector Man 2, but finding number 1 is pretty tough. So the premise of the game is pretty simple. It's not an arcade game, it's your run-of-the-mill early Madden football. As a matter of fact, it's a direct clone of the professional version of NFL 94 starring Joe Montana. Just a little tip. The only other things that happened in 94 was The Lion King came out and Nancy Kerrigan got popped in the kneecap. Also a fun fact, the Neo Geo CD was one of the highest selling video game consoles apart from the Sega CDX. The CDX being a system that played both Sega Genesis and Sega CD, but was a lot less lunky than the one that I got behind my back. It was also incapable of playing 32X, so if you want the 32X experience, you have to have all three. Anyway, let's check out the cart. Alright, let's take a look at my copy of College Football's National Championships. Alright, so I do have a few things I'd like to say. Number one, this right here is late in the life of Genesis. And you notice this, Genesis was red, Sega CD was blue, and 32X was yellow. Also, Game Gear was purple. So yeah, red logo, pretty cool. Also, another thing I want to point out, I'm going to zoom in really close as far as I can get. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. That little medallion right here, that's the Sega seal of authenticity. Let's see what it actually says. Seal of quality. Alright, same principle. That's Sega's version of this seal that Nintendo would do. Come on. Come on. Oh my god! It's there, just trust me. That's Nintendo seal quality. Also want to say, this is not original at all. I'm going to ding you tons of points for your cart because you took a picture in one end zone at Notre Dame and put it on the front of here. It takes nothing to make this into something you can actually work with. The third thing I want to say is that's cool. So, this right here is the VRC. This predates the ESRB. This is whenever people were like, oh man, games should have a rating. I don't know what GA means. Maybe general audience? General audience? General audience. Who knows? Spine logo is so shitty I can't even get it damn zoom in. Oh my gosh. Whatever, not even worth it. Simple cart, assembled in the United States. Let's play it! Alright, so the premise is pretty simple. It's just a college football game. There's different modes, but we'll get to those in a second. The part that I have some sort of difficulty with is the actual control scheme. One of the things that I found about the Sega Genesis is that the evolution from the 3-button controller to the 6-button controller really didn't translate well at all. In fact, some games that you own that use a 3-button controller, unbeknownst to you, might also be able to be used for a 6-button controller. Primal Rage is a game that uses the 6-button controller, but also uses the 3-button controller. Honestly, to me, I feel that the 6-button is a lot more economic, a lot more innovative, and a lot more effective. To be honest, I have no clue where my 3-button controller is, but it looks like a big batarang with 3 big buttons, and the D-pad's really clunky. So because of this, I bought the aftermarket 6-button controller. It's a lot less clunkier than the other version, and the button feel is actually pretty decent. I also use an aftermarket Super Nintendo controller, which I used on the Populous video. But the way that they got around for the 3-button system on this game in particular is that a lot of the moves, in order to do them, you had to push the button twice. For example, dive, I think, was push either C twice or A twice. Whereas you can push Z, and that's dive on the 6-button controller. So, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, Sega logo. A little blue tint for that. Oh, I see. They tried to morph it into that. That's cute. NCAA product, yep. That's redundant, but okay.
College football national championship.
Copyright, insert college name. I don't know which college that is. Probably one I should know. Alright, game options. Race from number 1, 32 tournament, 16 tournament, 8 tournament. These are your traditional setups. Game difficulty. I mean, I put it on normal. Can't be that bad, can it? 20-minute game time. It's not bad. Alright, awesome. Sweet. So, as you can see, there's a large selection of teams that we can choose from. Let's go over to the west. Let's take a look at some of the teams. Not really a wide spread, but whatever. Let's see. The Huskies, Wildcats, Cougars, Golden Bears, Aztecs, never even heard of them. Cardinal, Bruins, Trojans, and we're back to the beginning. Alright, middle, Sooners, Longhorns, Aggies, Razorbacks, Buffaloes, Cougars, LSU Tigers, go Tigers, Cornhuskers, that's it for them. Florida State, Hurricanes, Volunteers, Crimson Tide, Tigers, Gators, Seminoles, Bulldogs, Hurricanes. Alright, back to the beginning. The Buckeyes, the Nittany Lions, the Panthers, Orangemen, Eagles, Fighting Illini, Wolverines, Buckeyes. It's not that many choices for the Northeast region. Well, you know what I'm going to choose? I'm going to go down and choose the LSU Tigers because... hell yeah. For the opponents, I'm just going to pick a generic opponent. Let's go with... yeah, we'll go with Syracuse. Alright. So I guess this is how you choose what team you want to play on. You go to the right if you want to play for one team, and you go to the left, and the color changes. This is pretty neat. This is a pretty neat little art style. Obviously, I'm going to go LSU because... alright, so we got the whole setup for the conditions. Syracuse versus LSU. It's outdoor, grass, 46 degrees Fahrenheit, clear, and 9-mile-per-hour wind. It's not too bad. Alright, kind of a weird setup, but we have all of our choices on the right. I guess we're purple. That's cool. So they kept the color of the tile, which is dope. I'm kicking off. Alright. How does this system work? Oh, I fucked it. Alright. So this is shaping up to be a pretty cool game. I really like the layout for this game. Wait, whoa. Holy crap. How did... what? Did that just zoom in? Oh, hey, animation. Alright, I'm not going to be distracted by the fact that that zoomed in at like 300% and the speed went up significantly. I hope that doesn't do that on the passes. Another fast run. How am I even getting these guys? I don't know what buttons to push. Oh, that's how you call timeouts. I like this grid setup, but there's something weird about it. I feel like I'm not getting the max potential of the playbook. Oh well, let's see. Get him. Oh. It does zoom in when you catch. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be impossible. You gonna get a flag for that or no? Yeah, we get it. Not too bad. Good for them, I guess. Let's show you how LSU does it. We're gonna attempt to pick a return. Alright, 1st and 10. Oh, these are weird controls. I'm just going to run it. And they got me. Wonderful. 3-yard run by number 4. Stiff arm. Yeah, get out of the way. Yeah, this setup's really, really weird for choosing plays. I'm not comfortable with it at all. In order to flip it, you have to actually choose it from the front by going all the way to the bottom. That's weird. Now, let's try something different. Alright, so I guess by pressing B, I can choose my primary receiver. That's weird. Why can't I just hit A, B, or C? Let's shoot it to this guy. Oh, and I got sacked. Imagine that. I was pushing the button. Let's try a different formation then. Alright, let's do a good old pass. Intercepted. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we get it. The other team's really good. 21-0. Jeez. Let's see if we can do it again. Pass to this guy. Good old throw. It's a great game. It's a great game. Alright, I'm out. I quit. Screw this game. Alright, so pro tips. College Football National Championship. I have no clue how to play this game. I've downloaded the manual, and I've looked at the controls, and they don't make sense. And even if they did make sense, it doesn't feel like anything you're doing occurs in the game. Every dive that I pushed, I either missed, and every time I tried to catch the ball, it was intercepted. Get used to it, I guess? I don't know, man. This game sucks. Cart. Cart's unoriginal. The most original thing on here is the logo and then the corporate Sega logo. 2 out of 10. Gameplay. I mean, it seems awesome in the beginning, but after the kickoff, you realize it's horrible. The whole zoom in effect ruins the game. It goes from something that's playable to something that's sped up 800% and you can't react to anything. And that's not fun. 4 out of 10. Music. There's no music. Outside of the college theme songs that they poorly MIDI converted and threw in the menu screen, there's no music. 3 out of 10. Art. The artistic representation in this game isn't bad. In fact, everything from the logos to the uniforms to the playing field to the outline of the United States of America and the logo, it's spot on. As far as art, we're gonna have to rate it a 6 out of 10. Fun! Absolutely not. This game is not fun. Why are football games on old consoles such trash? I don't get it. Maybe I'm playing the wrong ones. I'm sure I'll find one that's pretty awesome. 4 out of 10. That leaves us with an overall score of 3.8. I don't have any investment in it. I don't like it. I don't feel bad about saying that. Play another game. Try NHL on the Genesis, which is actually a great game, even though it was made by Electronic Arts. Please don't kill me. Alright, let's see how this game racks and stacks against some of the other games that we've played. In terms of all the games that we've played on this channel so far, it ranks in 4th place. 3.8 puts it below Populous, ironically. In terms of football games and sports games, it outranks 10-Yard Fight both times. And obviously, it's 2nd place to Sonic the Hedgehog on the Genesis. Also, if you're really curious, in terms of games that we played there from the 90s, it's in 3rd place, falling below Populous. So there you have it. That's this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you get a chance, please hit that subscribe button. The next episode is actually going to be Final Fantasy, so I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into it. But if you like what you see, leave me a like, leave me a comment, tell me what I should be playing, and tell me what you're playing. I get a lot of games on the wall, and I'm always looking for something new. I'm still waiting to get a new TV, by the way, but that might be something Santa Claus comes and brings me. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Fortefyre out.